Got a great episode for you today. First special guest, Josh Dillingham, aka J Dill, as we know. But he's got his own podcast, Playing Injured Podcast. Got some good guests, good content on that. Glad to have you on with my co-host now promoted him. Do this, congratulations. If you didn't know yet.
I thought I was your first special guest.
My fault.
We ain't even gonna go there.
But we got a great episode for you today. We're gonna talk some playoffs, and then we're gonna move to some NFL talk. Some Dr. Umar, LeBron James taking his son, taking a white girl to prom type shit. And y'all ready? Let's get into it.
Yes, sir.
All right, so with the Mavs Warriors series, we thought they were going to come back. With the script, we had the Warriors, sweeping the Mavs, but Mavs had other plans today. They were splashing everything. So looking at this, what are some things that the Mavs can do to win another game for this series?
Well, Luka has to go crazy, but Reggie Bullock had a really great game, right? Jalen Brunson. So they're just gonna have to one game at a time now, one play at a time.
Really,
you can't even, like you said, it ain't gonna be about the series. How we win the series? They just gotta think about the next game.
Every game is its own series.
Yeah,
right. Go back against the wall.
Right,
playing an Oracle too.
But I thought maybe at the same time though, you see Steve Kerr had his press conference with the elementary school shooting, and he didn't look like he was in the right state of mind to go out and coach a basketball game, right? So, it's a bunch of different factors that go on. Just similar, we watched The Last Dance. Michael Jordan against Seattle, they were up 3-0. He had a lot of things on his mind around Father's Day when Seattle won, the next two games before the Bulls won in 6. So it's a lot of stuff that can happen that's not even on the basketball court. So we'll see how it goes. I know Luka is going to at least get 30, 40.
Yeah, he's going to get his.
Let me ask you this, J. Dale. Do you feel like as basketball players, knowing that you play in a 7-game series, do you take games like this one for granted?
Oh,
100%. But it's human nature, though.
Yeah.
You get
definitely lose this game and just go for it. Like, I got one more game to play, bounce back kind of thing.
It's human nature, but it's also human nature for you to just pack it in if you down 3-0 too, right?
Exactly. So I thought that was what was going to happen because Luka in his press conference was already talking about next year I'm going to learn from this year. I'm like, damn, there's one more game left. This year ain't over.
Well, but you realistically, it's over with. But as a competitor, as an athlete,
can't say that on the mic.
Yeah, you can't say it on the mic. I don't know why, but he's from overseas. They do things.
Right,
think different.
Translation, it might have sounded different.
Yeah. So 100%.
But now, so we already said, the series probably gonna be over. Looking at next season for this Mavs team, what is a player or some moves you think the Mavs should do to get Luka another player? Because they already were successful this playoffs. They're just a player away, essentially.
I mean, man, DeAndre Ayton is up for a contract, right? I think that would be another piece. He's already played. Yeah, he's already played with a good playmaker like Chris Paul, so he'll be used to the pick and roll game. I think that'll be even more dangerous with Luka and DeAndre Ayton.
I would take them over the hump for sure.
And remember, DeAndre Ayton was the number 1 pick in that draft. Mm-hmm. So you got the number 1 pick and the number 2 pick playing with each other. That's kind of nasty. I don't think I ever seen that before. So I think that would be dope.
Yes.
And then there were some rumors about Rudy Gobert possibly being an option for this Mavs team.
I want him on the Bulls, low key. I would love to have him.
Really? What would you give up for Rudy Gobert then?
Man, because I like the players that we got. I just think we, on the Bulls, we need something like that playing against a Giannis, right, or KD, or we need something like that. Embiid, right? Yeah. We need something like that right now. Vucevic, I love Vooch, but I don't know. He just can't compete with those guys. Not that Rudy Gobert is going to be a threat offensively, but man, we need rebounding, we need blocking, we need all that. I would love to see him on the Bulls. And, you know, because I envision AD being on the Bulls because of his rim protection.
Make a move.
That's a high risk.
High risk.
It is a high risk, but man, high risk.
Made of glass.
Look,
it depends how low we can get him based on his value. If we can get him low and just, hey, there's not a whole lot of gamble involved, hell yeah. Definitely. If we got to pay the premium, if we got to pay bubble AD pricing, we cool on that because he
deserved every check
in the bubble. Man, in the bubble, I remember watching him. I was sitting down watching the game. Game 1 against the Heat. I was watching. I'm like, yo, he's the best player in the world. Like he's the best player in the world.
And you could argue it was neck and neck for the MVP.
Yeah.
I mean,
their stats were almost identical outside assists.
Yeah. I think what it was that AD started it off hot and then LeBron
had this was for that. This was cool. I gotta turn the fuck up. And that's what Steph Curry failed to realize his first go around before KD got there. Sure, he should have turned it up a notch in the department.
Because that Finals MVP is what he's been missing for his resume. And year after Iguodala took one from him, KD took the 2 from him. So
low key, that's something I'm watching in this Finals is how is Steph Curry going to play? Because I in all these Finals, maybe his numbers look good if you look on paper, but I've never seen him like where I'm like, wow, he's unstoppable in these really big moments. You know what I'm saying? It's always been Iguodala.
Criticism of it as well is like he's like that guy that's gonna put the nail in the coffin. But if you need if you down a lot and you need a comeback, he's your guy.
Dellavedova just said something like that recently. He was like, oh yeah, 6 points are up, he can't miss. But you 2 points down, he's nowhere to be found, kind of shit. So
wow.
That's been my criticism of him. Just late in the game when you down and we need a bucket, you don't make those tough threes. But he's absolutely balling this
when you're up
postseason. And I think he will. He's gonna get that MVP if there's an opportunity. But
it's got to.
I think the Celtics
clamp them up.
It might be a tough matchup for them.
Speaking
of the Celtics, I think let's transition to the Celtics Heat series. This series, blowout after blowout, each team taking advantage. You really can't say who's had the upper hand in this series because each team has had their opportunity. So who do you see taking away this series?
I agree with Jay. Boston.
I got the Celtics. The Heat are beat up. Both teams are beat up, but Jimmy Butler looks exhausted and he's got a bum knee, and PJ Tucker's wounded, and that's who's going to be having to guard Jason Tatum, the full length of the court. So
Hero didn't even play in last game
exactly either. He hasn't been performing out well at all either. So I think the Heat lack that superstar, and Jimmy's played that way, but when he's been unhealthy these last couple games, I think the Celtics are going to end up and close it out. They might win 2 in a row.
Yeah.
2 in a row? It's going to go 7. Looking at, because the games are so unpredictable. You got Miami the next game. Like either team, you see one blowout, the next blow. Like the coaches have been really great with their adjustments, but battling all these injuries you've been seeing, like Derek White missed the game for his wife's pregnancy, props to him, but it's playoffs. Come on, can't
it's crazy. So
7 games.
It is 7.
Yeah,
cool. It is 7.
You gotta miss one. I'm gonna miss that too. That's the third game of the series.
Yeah.
I know it's going 7. Shit.
Yeah, it's interesting because playing basketball, you think about the coaching, right? Eric Spoelstra, and then the Celtics coach was a longtime assistant under Greg Popovich. And so, you look at these battles that the Heat and Spurs had, back in 2013, 2014, obviously the teams are different, right? But just the playing styles and what they're both really disciplined, hard-working teams. But I just think that the talent is going to prevail, man. If Marcus Smart can stay healthy, I don't see why the Celtics don't win the next 2 games and go to the finals, man.
Yeah, it's just all been to those role players. Smart, Horford playing good. Williams, when he's been in the game.
Yeah.
He's athletic as hell, too.
He's really a Celtics Draymond, meaning like the glue, right? He's the glue to that team, right?
Nah, definitely the Celtics. You guys got the Celtics. I got the Heat. But we talked about Ayton a little. So let's talk about Phoenix and one of their biggest contributors. Should they pay him, or should they go and make a trade to get rid of him?
I would pay him. No, not whatever he wants, but right. What is this? He was drafted in 2018, so this is his 4th year in the NBA. And he's had to adjust his game to Devin, and then Chris Paul coming in, he had to adjust his game again, right? And so you got to the finals with him. You had another really great year with him. And you guys could have very easily, if you guys could have just closed it out, you could have went back to the conference finals this year, right? So I say you go ahead and pay him. I think he's a really good big. The big is trending in today's NBA. So I say you got one. I say you got to pay him.
I mean, there's been some rumors talking about trading him straight up for Siakam or making some other moves, but I don't think Phoenix is willing to pay him what he wants. There have been some heated up talks about possibly trading him. News came out today about that, but I think the development should be there coming up soon. Give him a year or 2. He'll be one of the top bigs in the league. Already is kind of one right now. But him and Monty's back and forth thing they did at the end of Game 7 kind of hinted that things probably aren't going to go the way they want equally.
Yeah, I mean, who knows? Only time will tell. But like Josh said, there's very few big men I'm taking above him. Yeah. But Siakam is one of them.
Man, I love Siakam. I love Siakam. That's my brother. That's like my brother. You know what I'm saying?
I kind of look like.
But no, DeAndre Ayton, because I remember that draft coming out, and I was like, man, DeAndre Ayton is going to be a monster. He may not have been what we thought he was going to be, but I think he's still a real quality big. And
numbers speak for that.
Yeah.
Numbers too. Yes, he was hooping.
Yeah, he got the little mid-range, you got touch, strong power. He got, man, you got to give these guys some years. I know it's 4 years, but like I said, he's had to make these multiple adjustments. And the coach thing, right? Monty Williams, you know, you get into it with people that you're really close to. You know, I bet behind the scenes, they're extremely close, very vulnerable with each other. And so it's easy to have those emotions in high stake moments like that. You want your money. You want to go back to the finals. You just lost the finals prior year. Chris Paul not playing good.
All season. Hey, Phoenix is NBA finals to lose kind of shit.
Right. And I mean, and if we being real, it's not DeAndre's fault that they lost. Chris Paul didn't play well, right?
Oh, Booker didn't.
I think that's a bigger question mark because I think you got your 2 young cornerstones, really a lot more than that with the guys they got on the wings. But
yeah, Johnson and Bridges.
Booker and Ayton are the future.
That's the future. That's the future, right? He could be good for a long time.
Question about CP3, like how long can we ride this old guy down until we realize it's time for him?
You see what Pat Bev said? He said he a cone.
Hey man.
Hey, what do y'all think about him on TV? What do y'all think about him on TV? I kind of enjoy him on TV.
It's entertaining.
Yeah.
Are we talking like, is it a JJ Redick level conversation? But is you going to tune in and eat your popcorn? Absolutely.
Them together was great.
Yeah, it's
right?
Like peanut butter and jelly, honestly.
Yeah.
It's a nice contrast.
with Stephen A. That was great. I was like, wow, this is
I know.
crazy.
I was tuning in. I usually don't watch First Take as much.
Yeah,
but I'll be tuning in when he got guys who know what they talking.
Yeah,
him and Draymond are the future, possibly. Players, Draymond,
all these players, man, they telling. The thing about the podcast game and just really the future of media is the players got the out. They don't have to go. There's no middleman between them and the fans no more. You got your social medias, your podcasts, your YouTubes, and they getting the content out themselves.
Yeah.
And now we're seeing so many different perspectives, and we learning so many games.
So many
and
stories
the things they go through, and this, like you said, the stories that we just never had access to. So hats off to them. The more players, the better. And them old dudes that think they know what they talking about.
So what the other dude, the white dude on First Take, Mad Dog
Mad Dog. He always talking about. He be talking about Bob Cousy. Come on, man. We talking about Bob Cousy, man.
Right, come on, man. They was taking the subway and the train to the games and shit. It was part-time. It was part-time players.
Getting off work. Could you imagine getting off work like, I gotta make it to the arena?
You gotta go. How much you get paid? It ain't about the money.
$2.
This the next biggest thing. This gonna be one of the biggest sports in the world one day. Mark my words.
But now, so we talked about Ayton possibly getting paid. LeVar Ball came out and said Zach LaVine is most likely not going to come back to the Bulls. What are you guys' thoughts on that? Should the Bulls go all in on LaVine, give him the max, give him whatever he wants, or possibly look other areas?
That's a good
question. Go ahead, Jay. Go ahead.
I think, it's a difficult thing to look at. I think his talent he's going to be a bona fide all-star for many years to come, but I think that's his ceiling, and we've seen it, and I think that's why Minnesota was willing to get rid of him. I think we've seen exactly who he is as a player, and with him DeRozan, I don't know if that combination for long-term success. If we could get a guy like AD at a discount, I'd take
throw in LaVine boots.
Well, it's tough because you just don't find all-star. You just can't get the all-star.
That's what I'm saying. We got to get something in return.
So I say you go ahead, you pay your all-star, right? Now, since he didn't make all NBA, he can't get the super max. He can only get a max, right? So I say you go ahead, pay him. He's been through the gutter with the city of Chicago. He's been here when we were really bad a few years ago. Seen the turnaround since the new regime came in. Towards ACL. And man, Minnesota would have been patient. Imagine Minnesota on that team, him with that team right now. Man, I think the Bulls, bro, what we need, I think we got to keep. I like the LaVine, DeRozan. Look, LaVine just had knee surgery today, actually, so he was hurt. He was playing hurt in the playoffs. And then we need some more dogs, though. Like, we had a fun team. And Caruso was great. He got injured throughout the year. Lonzo was obviously injured. If we're healthy, I think we play a lot better. But I think we need the PJ Tuckers, the Marcus Smarts, the Patrick Beverleys. We need some of those guys. And then we need, I like Vooch. Vooch, he played well, and maybe he's never played with that much talent on the team, but it felt like he came up short a lot of the times. And I think we need a big that's going to be able to rough stuff up. I just don't think we're there yet with the Bulls. But we got talent. It was entertaining. It was very entertaining to watch on a nightly basis, really.
Yeah, the new guy we brought in, AK, I think he's taking us to the right direction. He made a lot of good. The turnaround was like that.
Yeah.
Just got to get some more guys in place. I really want the Bulls to try and get Ayton too. That's another guy. You get him. If you could get him.
We got the market. We got the
market.
Skill.
Yeah.
We just got to make it make sense. We got the team to build around a lot of guys who could be all-stars or superstars.
Yeah.
Fall into a lesser role to win a championship, like go play with LeBron or KD or Giannis or somebody like that, where you could come to the Bulls and be the best player and take,
year by year,
second or third seed, and then we get bounced out by Giannis or Boston.
Because I think we could have got further if we stayed healthy and we didn't go to
seed at some point.
Yeah, we was the first seed, right? And so if we would have been at a little bit higher, I think maybe we could have made some noise. I think Milwaukee was a terrible matchup.
Yeah, that was. We're not winning now.
They lost just to play us.
Yeah.
But let's transition to the NFL. Hard Knocks just announced that the Cardinals are going to be a part of their in-season special. So was that the right choice, though, for Hard Knocks? You looking at some of the drama blooming with Arizona, Kyler Murray wanting to get paid. Was that the right move, you think?
Absolutely. That's the more drama, the more it's buzz, the more it's talking about that team, the more free promotion it is for Hard Knocks. And Hard Knocks always does a fantastic job. They make sure to keep the teams in a good light. So it'll all be fun and entertaining at the end of the day. And interesting to get some insight on Kyler because he's so
I
feel like
nobody knows how he is.
He's got an unknown personality. He's very to himself. So I'd be interested to see him behind the scenes.
Yeah.
See, I want to see the 49ers because I want to know what's going on with Debo. And what's going on in the quarterback room? What is going on with Jimmy G and Trey?
I want to see who Trey is.
Yeah.
Is Trey, is he not hooping?
They say
he's crazy.
Yeah, okay.
I mean, what else they gonna say?
That's what else they gonna say? That's what what's his name said, Kittle.
Yeah, what else they gonna say? He not hooping?
Right.
He I want to see the cameras like what he looked like. You know what I'm saying? Because why haven't they traded him yet? Why haven't they at least let him go? Because what good is it keeping Jimmy G around? Right. If eventually, or if you want to keep playing him and see what you can do to win with him, I don't know. But I want to see what's going on in that quarterback room. And then Debo, what's going on with Debo? And then I like the O-line. He's entertaining to me. What's his name? Yeah. He's entertaining. And then I want to know, like, what is Mike Shanahan really like that coaching staff over there that everybody is taking bits and pieces from?
Yes.
No, definitely. They got something brewing over there. Kyle Shanahan just did come out today and said that he expects Jimmy to be traded at some point. You see that? He came out and said that.
Who will he go to now? Now, because they waited so long.
Options, yeah.
Yeah.
Seattle possibly, but that's really
Baker haven't even been traded.
Yeah,
Baker to a division rival. So I don't see
I'm trying to think who needs quarterbacks right now.
We're gonna find out like
in
a little bit
to the season. You're gonna know really soon who's gonna need QB. That's one thing that will rear its ugly head.
Yeah, some teams that are still in the position, like the Giants, they got Daniel Jones for giving him another year. Possibly that could go to shit.
Man,
the Jets, Zach Wilson, his leash can run thin.
I like Zach Wilson though. I like Zach Wilson.
I think he has it, but we'll see.
They put more around him this year.
We'll see.
I like Zach.
He's kind of small, so
he is a little kid now. He is a little kid.
He's kind of built like Kyler a little bit.
Yeah.
He ain't got that athleticism.
Oh,
like
of course not. He's pretty athletic though.
But he got that arm.
Oh,
and
he got the
way that joint pop.
Him and A-Rod and those guys.
Yeah, the way that joint pop out, it looked pretty crazy. So I'm interested in him. I mean, Hard Knocks, I feel like you can't really go wrong with Hard Knocks as long, because you want to get into the mind of a NFL team. I wish they had like more shows though, because I wish each team really took their time to have a show for their fans. And how big you want or not, but I would love to watch my favorite team on one of these shows.
Behind the scenes, yeah. All right, so we talked about the Jets, some things they need to do, and some teams, what they are missing to get some more wins. So let's talk about some early predictions for the NFC, AFC, all divisions. Who's going to win the division? Let's start off with the AFC East. Who we got winning this division? Obviously, Buffalo.
Bills.
Miami could sneak in. Mike McDaniel, what they're cooking in with the players they got.
I think Tua he's gonna show you the type.
You don't like Tua?
That could be a team that need a quarterback there.
You can't stay healthy. You're undersized, and we'll see with all these weapons. When he does play, they win. So,
yeah, you know what? I am interested to see Mac Jones this year. I thought last year with Josh McDaniels, I want to know was it Josh McDaniels or not? But he played steady. He looked good. It's just are we going to get those splash plays, the game-winning plays? I don't know if you're going to get far with that. And Josh Allen is going to give that to you. And the defense is going to give that to you.
And both assets, passing and running. So.
And they got Big Von, too. They just got Big Von to rush the passer. He all over Mac Jones. He all over Tua.
I can't believe he got the bag he did.
They paid him too.
He out here, he fucking around with his
brand. He didn't lose
the Super Bowl though. The Super Bowl.
And he turned up in the Super
playoffs.
Bowl.
Yeah. That's all you needed. That's all you need. Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll take it off.
The Super Bowl.
Now let's go to the AFC South. Is it the Titans or is it the Colts?
I think it's going to be the Colts, to be honest with you. I think we've seen the same thing over and over from the Titans. Obviously, they did well last year, but I don't think anybody really feared them that much. They got a great run game. Tannehill's good, but Matt Ryan and that running game that they got,
it's going to be even better.
Yeah,
that's going to be steady.
The O-line they have, I think, Matt Ryan is going to show he can still be a solid QB in the league, nothing too crazy. So I think the teams almost mirror themselves because obviously the Colts, heavy run game, great O-line, Titans the same way, average QBs.
Yeah.
Got the great defenses.
That's true. That might be a toss-up, actually. You explained that really well. Now that I think about it,
I think the Titans have the upper hand just because how dominant that D-line was last year.
Yeah.
And we'll see if my man's Malik can get a shot, bro.
Yeah.
He can come in like Lamar did.
Tannehill ain't trying to mentor him, though.
That's cool.
He ain't trying to give him no tips, none of that.
Well, he does. He's poking a sleeping bear when he does that. Why would you give your competition any extra edge? Like, it's not even.
Right.
That's just.
But hell, if the bear really a teddy bear, you can poke it all day. But so we'll know. I think Malik Willis got all the attributes. I think it's just about the game. I say why not? I mean, he'll learn from Ryan Tannehill just off the fly. But I don't know. I've never been that type of dude where I'm not gonna mentor you. I'm gonna show you something. I gotta give you some type of game.
Yeah, for me, it's just being a good person because know, all of our homies we played with, we had to compete for spots. Like some of the people you friends with are in your position group. So the people you deal with on a daily basis, every single day, these are the people you see the most when you at work. So why wouldn't you build relationships that are going to be positive? He might be able to spark something that you might have seen differently.
Yeah.
So closing doors isn't that way. But I think once they get to know each other, it'll probably be.
Yeah, they'd be cool. Yeah.
He's probably just frustrated they drafted him.
I think I got the Colts in this division, though. Looking at the additions of Stephon Gilmore, that was a huge addition.
When was the last time he played?
When he was playing for Carolina, he had a big impact on that defense.
Did he?
He had a couple of interceptions. You wouldn't know because that game.
Yeah. When he was on the Patriots, he He was great. He was great on the Patriots. I don't know though. We'll see. The fact that he ain't signed that fast is I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah, he's falling down, and you know when you see Bill start to get guys out like that,
yeah,
like
yeah,
that's
it didn't take much to
it's
get
a
rid of
reason.
him.
Either they too expensive or they on the decline.
I mean, he got rid of J.C. Jackson though. Probably the too expensive then.
And I don't know. I mean, shoot, he creates a lot of turnovers, but they get his ass burnt up.
He does. Bill Belichick does a really good job of getting these guys who we never heard of,
especially
to play really well,
yeah,
and get them some money and get them out the door. Malcolm Butler,
right,
played really well,
like
got him some money, got out the door.
Right, because you got to think J.C. Jackson ain't that physical freak like Jalen Ramsey. Like,
nah,
he's crafty. He can take the ball off, but I don't know if he's worth what San Diego paid for him.
Nah, yeah. J.C. Jackson is on the Chargers, so let's move to that division, AFC West. So let's look at Chargers, Broncos, right? Anybody can win this division, really.
Yeah.
So who you got taking it then?
I don't know. That's a tough one. I thought we used to, just a year or two ago, you thought Kansas City had this
in the bag.
On lock. Not only
that is crazy.
The league on lock for the next decade. I was on the record talking about Mahomes is going to be the next Jordan.
It's still early though.
It's too early, and I was too early on that take. But I say that to say, shoot, every team in that division has an elite and almost arguably top 5 at some point throughout the year at quarterback. So
I'm thinking the Chargers.
Loading up too.
Chargers?
I'm gonna say the Chargers, man.
I'm nervous about their coaching.
Yeah,
their coaching. I think
coaching too.
Even the Raiders too is another coaching aspect, but I think Broncos possibly Russell Wilson coming in. They got all the pieces. I might say the Broncos. I might say the Broncos winning.
Nah, bro, because you got Nathaniel Hackett over there. Okay, I think they'll perform well offensively. They got Russell Wilson. He'll get you 10 games, right? But then you got Kansas City. I don't think they got better this year.
They had a great draft, though. They had a good draft, though. They got the dude from Southern Illinois, Sky Moore, right? Sky Moore.
We'll see what Sky do.
He nice. Got Juju.
Ain't none of those people come.
They're not like Tyreek. Tyreek was the one that got killed. I don't know how you guard Kelsey and Tyreek.
It's impossible. So
they didn't get better.
Give me the chop.
Because he's the guy who takes the top off the defense every single play. You have to have 2 deep at least. Mm-hmm. So they'll have guys that can do that, but not to the dramatic effect that he did, like Hardman and some of them.
They got Gordon still.
But I would say I'm thinking of Chargers because, I mean, I know we talk about coaching Brandon Staley defensively. He's going to be a monster. And he got all the talent that he got all. Remember, he coached under Fangio in Chicago, right? Yeah. Which is why Mac, they got shipped over here. Mac,
J.C. Jackson,
Derwin James, Bosa. We forgetting Mac and Bosa on both edges.
Yes.
What the hell? I don't care. That's the most talented person on the other side with Mac he ever played with. And Mac played with some great guys in Chicago. Mac and Joey Bosa. Joey. Oh my God. That's Mahomes in trouble.
Russell always been in trouble.
It's not Derek Carr. We ain't even talk about Derek Carr and
they were too. And they got
Devontae Adams.
And didn't they just pick up another edge rusher too?
Chandler Jones.
Yeah.
My man's from the Max Crosby. That's a
Yeah.
And Max Crosby, yeah.
And then they got D. Waller over there too.
Waller and Renfro had
to Renfro.
And they got Tay Adams over there too. Yeah. Damn, we not giving them no love. We talking about everybody else.
What's the running back from Bama's name?
Josh Jacobs.
Yeah.
When healthy, he cold.
On both.
They got a whip too. Wow.
Playoffs. They was a play away from beating, or at least time.
Bengals,
they taking them in the OT.
Whoa.
It was official. All I needed was.
You right. You might be right. I'm gonna go with I'm still gonna go with the Chargers because of the defense. They got a really good defense, but they got the quarterback in his third year. I feel like when you're a real good quarterback, I feel like that third year is when you really take off. I feel like he's gonna take off for real.
Yeah, analysts are absolutely in love with Herbert.
Oh, they love dude.
He put up numbers.
Who are you taking over Mahomes? I might take Herbert. That's the first thing they break up.
But that division is crazy though. I think that's the best division ever, probably.
Ever.
Well, bar none. Yes.
Now, we talked a little about the Bengals too, so let's go to the AFC North. Now, with the AFC North healthier, depending on the suspension of Deshaun Watson, who's winning this division?
I'm gonna take the Browns. If Deshaun playing, Deshaun.
No question.
Hey.
Over the Ravens too? Yes. And the Bengals?
Yeah.
The Bengals just in the Super Bowl, didn't miss a beat, didn't lose nobody.
I ain't gonna lie to you. The Bengals, they was one of them teams last year that caught some magic. They was hot at the right time. They didn't feel they could have won the Super Bowl. It was a close game, right? Yeah. But you get hot at the right time, kind of like the Giants do with Eli. I'm not saying that Joey B is a Eli type quarterback. I think he's very elite, great, one of the best in the league. But they still felt like one of those teams that caught fire.
Yeah. And you see that across sports, even like with Memphis, for example, just caught fire.
Yeah. But we knew what it was.
Oh, yeah. I called it like that too. I thought the same thing about the Bengals, but they kept winning and winning.
They kept winning.
Eventually they lost. But
even beating the Chiefs too was a huge.
Absolutely, and came back from 21-3. So you see teams that lose in the Super Bowl struggle with making the playoffs. I don't know the stats on it, but it's not in your favor to get back to the postseason.
What you think, Michael?
Well,
I think I like the Ravens. I like
the Ravens.
Lamar. I might take the Ravens.
They got rid of Hollywood Brown, but there might rumors bringing in Julio possibly. Defensively, I think they got better.
Bring in AB.
Bring AB too.
Hey, AB nice. Okay, but look.
Kyle Hamilton, Marlon Humphrey, Marcus Peters, when those guys come back, this defense is going to be one of the top defenses in the NFL. Lamar, we saw what he was doing when he was healthy. They were the first seed in the AFC. You come back next year, Dobbins, Edwards are back healthy too. That's the biggest thing if they're healthy, though. So I like the Ravens, though.
You know what?
Best passer. So I honestly think Deshaun's going to face some penalty, though. He might not be able to play this year.
The whole year?
Okay. We got to think about that. Yeah, we do got to think about that. You think they're going to give him the 4 game?
I don't know. We'll see what happens with the civil suit. Well, actually, they're pushing that back, right?
Yeah.
So, I don't think it's going to conflict with football. I think they were all in agreement with that. So, we'll see.
Yeah, hopefully, Deshaun back on the field. It's been so long since he played we forgot how good he was.
he rested.
Absolutely.
He rested.
Top 5.
He got a lot of massages. He's
I was just going to say that.
He's definitely loose. Definitely. he'll be back on it. But now let's go to the NFC. A lot of these divisions are wide open. Are going to be easy for some of these contenders. Well, let's start off with the NFC East. Are you guys taking Cowboys?
At least,
I'm taking Philly.
Philly?
Yeah, Philly.
I'm taking Philly too.
I think Jalen Hurts is going to take that next step. And
this is the third year. That's that third year.
Third year.
He's an absolute dog. Not in terms of his arm, his skill throwing the football, but his mentality. I know.
Yeah, as a leader, people want to play for him.
Yes,
yeah,
I know he's in the lab getting better and better and better, and now he's got a weapon, arguably one of the best receivers and the best receivers after the catch, yak yard, which is crucial in RPO run game. I think he's gonna explode, and yes,
Devontae Smith too. They got a good tight end.
Yeah. Mike, I want to hear your take because you've talked a lot about the Eagles in the content I've seen.
Now, as soon as like free agency hit, as soon as the draft hit, I knew this Eagles team was gonna win the division. Cowboys haven't made moves. Cedric Wilson, they lost him. They lost both the tackle. He went to the Bengals. A good interior lineman. I think this is gonna be the year Mike McCarthy gets fired right off the bat. This Cowboys team is gonna struggle. Offense, CeeDee Lamb. Was the Gallup? He's probably not going to come back too early in the year. So looking at this, the moves the Cowboys didn't make and the moves the Eagles did, I think that the Eagles gonna have a top defense in the NFL too.
Yes. Right. All you gotta do is win 7 games. You good.
Oh, hey, yeah. But this division did get better though. Everybody around
6 in a tie, do it. 6 to the tie gets you the one. And you'll host the playoff game. 6 to the tie get you a playoff game.
Washington, but Washington got better. I think Carson Wentz.
He's an upgrade from Heineke.
Dude, look at Jay. Look at hey, he said
he's better than Heineke. Yes or no?
Let me tell you this. One of my biggest regrets was drafting Washington defense so high last year because I thought
they was going to be cold because Chase Young
was the year before. They was absolutely dominant. And now hold true. And you add Carson Wentz to the mix. And he is a fuck up waiting to happen.
Yeah, he tries to make the play too much.
Yeah, he give me the Jay Cutler type vibes. Like he either gonna amaze you or he gonna do the dumbest thing ever.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like a safety. You know what I'm saying? He throwing an interception in the end zone. How you do that in your own end zone?
Trying to throw it away. He trying to throw it away so he don't get a safety.
It was a bad look too, bad play.
But instead of him getting an incomplete pass, he threw a pick 6. So instead of you losing 2 points, you just gave up 6, really 7. That's shit you can't do.
He's at a high level. He's a good quarterback. Let me tell you this.
Though. I hate to bring this up, but if Carson Wentz and Daniel Jones were black quarterbacks in the league, they would not have this.
Wow.
It's a valid point.
To continue to bounce around from team and get an opportunity to play because
interesting.
That's
very
are not good.
That's a fact.
We've had a large enough sample size to know that these guys aren't good.
That's a fact. Wow. I ain't never think about it like that.
Yeah, but that's a little too deep. But that's a different podcast.
It needed to be said. So you're good.
Yeah, that's a fact.
But
they still haven't gave Lamar his money. So that's right.
But he's the more prove it guy. He said he wants to prove he deserves his money.
He's okay. You know why? Because he runs the ball more than any other quarterback.
Yeah.
Do that Debo shit.
He's got last year he got hurt. That you need to get the Deshaun money. All guaranteed. I need that Deshaun bag. I don't need as big of a bag, but at least give it to me guaranteed.
Now, I think this division is a little more closer than people think. NFC South. I think Saints win this division. Looking at some of the moves they made, Tyrann Mathieu, a healthy Jameis Winston. I think
Winston started a few games for me last year.
Already, they beat the Bucks twice. Both like years.
This is all I say about Jameis, man. He gonna eat a dub.
Hey, he's some must. He's some must see TV. No question.
Definitely his interviews too.
Yeah, what he said, I didn't realize that I had a passion for football. I realized that I had a passion for playing football. So I think, the Bucks. I'm gonna have to give it to the Bucks. I know they beat them twice last year. I don't know. I just can't trust them. I don't see it. Sean Payton is not coaching the team anymore, right? I feel like Sean Payton was one of the reasons why, they got those wins. And so I think it's a rebuilding year, and that's okay. I think they'll build back up, get that culture back right. They got Olave. He's my favorite player in the draft.
Nice little whip on offense too.
Yes.
Michael Thomas, that's a receiver.
Michael Thomas will be back.
About. He'll be back.
And we're not going to talk about him until he's
He ain't
healthy.
going to be top 5 if he healthy.
We'll see. Like a lot of factors have gone since we've seen him play last.
Yeah. Up arrived.
Isn't there. And either is Drew Brees. And Drew Brees, probably one of the most accurate QB.
Yeah. And
for 5 to 10 yard route, you're going to put it right the fuck on you.
Right. And it fit his game. It did fit his game because Michael Thomas was yeah. So we'll see.
We'll see. And Jameis is more of the deep ball. He gonna
sling it,
put that on you deep. So we'll see.
Now, looking at the NFC West, Seahawks aren't going to be as good as they were last year. Cardinals, they might be a contender, possibly. They might bounce back. But West, you think 49ers or Rams? 49ers is going to be good next year. So are the Rams. They just won the Super Bowl. The Super Bowl hangover, we talked about it. So who's winning this division?
See, the Rams, they won the Super Bowl, but they got better.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? They added Allen Robinson. If you from Chicago, you know how much of a dog he is. I don't think people
bona fide number one in this league.
I don't think people realize
Chicago
how cold
screwed him over.
Bro, he is cold.
Chicago.
Him and Cooper Kupp together, bro, they cold. And then they got a good defense. And then they added Bobby Wagner. Come on, man.
And that was probably their only weakness was that
linebacker.
Yeah. They had a bunch of random guys. I don't know who they were. So
I think, though, it's the 49ers another year. I'm excited to see what Trey Lance does. Obviously, it's going to come down to quarterback play for them to win this division, but I might take the 49ers. I might.
Why?
It's a little hunch. I'm thinking about
with Debo or without Debo?
With Debo, of course. But Brandon Ayuk coming back, having another year.
Mm-hmm.
Last year they were holding him. They were giving him the receptions, put him in the doghouse. But him having a breakout year, running back, there'll be Elijah Mitchell. He'll have a big year. So I'm excited about this 49ers team. Always am very high on them.
Yeah, me too.
I mean, they always always gonna be solid. You know, as long as they stay healthy.
Yeah,
be solid.
Healthy is good. That's always key. But now let's go to an easy division, NFC North. We're going Packers.
Yeah, unfortunately, we're in a real rebuilding stage right now.
But I think the Bears will surprise some people this year.
I think they ought to.
An episode about the Bears coming
It's going to be a surprise regardless because we don't know what.
We got an easy schedule too, though. Our schedule is easy.
Well, thank God, because last year wasn't.
Last year they put us through the gauntlet. They got that new episode coming on at 8 a.m. tomorrow. So get a chance to watch that process. But I think Aaron Rodgers, you just got to go with him. I don't know how much better they got. I do like the receivers they got with Christian Watson out of North Dakota State. That was nice. Mm-hmm. But other than that, they're going to always have the good running game. They got a good offense structure. Defensively, they're always solid. And they got some dogs from Georgia, which blew me. But we'll see how they act. It's crazy because when I think when people in our division get drafted, I'm like, man, they not gonna be like that. They ain't gonna be like that. But we'll see. We'll see. I do think that we'll be second. I always feel like we second in the division. If it ain't.
The Lions got better though.
The Lions did get better, and I also like what they did last year as far as they lost a lot of games by like a field goal or a touchdown, right? And so that usually be a way of saying like, okay, next year we're gonna be decent. But we'll see though. I don't know.
No.
Packers gonna win it though. I give it
Packers
to
did that. That was an absolute huge blow with Devontae Adams. I don't think they're gonna be able to be able to overcome that. But I think that was their Achilles heel though, that they relied on Devontae so much, and you've seen the Niners just double his ass, and nobody else beat us.
That's a fact.
Well,
Aaron Rodgers is just cold.
Absolutely. So he's gonna win 10 games at least. It'll probably be 13-3 or 13-4, number one.
But that'd be their record every year, don't it? 13-3. 13, they lose 3 games.
Arguably the greatest coach ever.
Right.
Numbers, yeah.
His
13-3 every year, yeah.
Yes.
But that's all we have for NFL talk. Let's go to a serious topic in the Black community. So LeBron James' son, Bronny James, took a white girl to prom, and obviously there was a huge uproar. The Prince of Pan-Africanism, Dr. Umar, came out and said, "Yo, LeBron, I thought you were an activist." So, what were your thoughts on this? Does it deserve to be that huge of a blow? It's just
low key. I don't think people realize this though. You grew up in the burbs like we did. You grew up in a neighborhood where it's a lot of diversity, and you get a chance to meet a bunch of different people, and obviously you get a chance to meet beautiful women from various different races, right? And people not understanding how much of you taken away from a black man. We talk about black men mental health, right? Your mental health, bro, of the judgment of the choices you make with everything you do, including your woman, right? That's for my life, not for your life. And it's almost like, man, I can't even date this girl because of what society gonna think about me. But then they want to tell you that don't think about what society think about you. So it's like, well, what the hell do I do? You know what I'm saying? And I don't know. I just thought I thought it was crazy that we making a big deal out of, a kid going to prom with a white girl, like it's the 1960s, bro. You know what I'm saying?
It was a huge deal.
No, for real though, Micah. I'm just saying, us as black people, we talk about we want to move forward, but this is a conversation that people have in the 1960s, like for real. Damn, he took a white girl to the prom. That sounds like some 1960s talk. And so all I'm saying is that, it's okay. You know what I'm saying? And it's his life. You know what I'm saying? And it's not your life. And I think we got to stop judging people off of the people they are dating.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? 100%.
I mean, looking at it, it didn't deserve that much it's just prom. Definitely the girl he just took to prom. But yeah, it's too crazy. It's still a kid living his life. And it's crazy because all the attention he gets for basketball, not living up to his dad, being as good as him, playing with his dad in the NBA, and then you taking a girl to prom, that's a problem too. So, shit.
Right. Yeah, it's I don't know. I don't know what it stems from of that convo in because I've heard it before. I've dated white women before, and I've taken them home, and I got family members that have been like, yo, man, what you doing? I'm getting questioned. And I'm like, damn. I'm like, you can't even get to meet the girl and know who she is because it's a white girl versus damn, this girl really loved my son. This girl really helped my son in life. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
As opposed to, the other way around. Not saying that anything is wrong with, dating inside your race. Because to be honest with you, the percentage, if you look at the percentages, most people date within a race. If you look at the percentages, right? Yeah. In this world where everything is so interactive and depending on where you grow up, you get new experiences. Man, date who you want to date. You know what I'm saying? Date the girl that look great, that help your life out, that make you feel good, that appreciate you, that love you. You know what I'm saying? And man, all that other stuff, bro, you can't worry about society. I mean, that's how the older I get, I'm starting to realize you can't care about what society thinks, because it's gonna mess with your mental health, bro. You can't even be yourself if you allow society to rule the moves you make. It's gonna harm your mental health. And I think that's why mental health, and I know we like you said, it's a deep topic, because I think that's why mental health is so big in today's world, is because in the social media world, what we put out there is how we want society to perceive us, because we're so worried about what society is thinking of us. And so
couldn't said it better. Shit.
And so when you so worried about what society thinking about you, you're gonna end up compromising who you really are and what the values you really care about. So it's like, man, it can harm your mental health. So all I'm saying, the message is to people out there: stop worrying about the rules that society put on you and do what you do. You know what I'm saying? I know it's tough. You're going to get questioned about it, but man, it'll be great for your mental health. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely got to take some notes on that. If you like what J Dill was saying, check out his podcast, Playing Injured Podcast. Great content on there. But that's all we have for the show. Thank you for watching. As always, peace.
You so in love with white folks that you can't even have a little compassion for yourself. You so in love with your oppressor that you can't even have a little bit of compassion for your own people.